Hi guys, welcome to another maths tutorial brought to you by Direct Tutoring. This is the 8th and final video of the 2019 calculator paper breakdown. This video will cover questions 18 and 19. And question 18 gives us a diagram of a snowman which is made up of two circles, a smaller circle and a larger circle. And it tells us here that we have to calculate the length CD, which in this case is from here to here. Now if we read the 4 bullet points, we'll see if we can annotate some information onto the diagram. So it says the head is a small circle, centre S, with a diameter of 15. So from this point to this point, or the length of AB, is 15. So the body is part of a larger circle, the centre T. And the point T lies on the circumference of the circle, and the points A and B lie on the circumference of both circles. So these are points of intersection. Now, what I tell all my students is, with any circle question at National 5, what you are trying to find is a triangle. Because normally this is a Pythagoras question in disguise, and in this case it is very much the same thing. So with this, what we are looking for is a right angled triangle, and the one that we are interested in is this one here. Because from T to B, or T to A, whichever side, it doesn't matter, is the radius of the larger circle. Because if B lies on the circumference of the larger circle, then T being the centre, then the hypotenuse will be the radius. So the radius of the smaller circle is 7.5, and this is also 7.5, and we'll call this X. So if I draw the triangle by itself, it'll make it clearer to see what's going on. So this was 7.5, 7.5, right angle triangle, and this was X, because this was T, this was B, and I think this was S. So Pythagoras equation, C squared equals A squared plus B squared. Now we're trying to find C squared, so it's going to be 7.5 squared plus 7.5 squared. Now if you pop that into the calculator, you should get a value of 112.5. So 112.5. Now that is for C squared. We want C. So we have to take the square root of 112.5. So in this case C is 10.61 centimetres. Now what that means, if we go back to the diagram, is that this length here is then 10.61, and we know from this point to that point is 15. So the length of CD becomes 15 plus 10.61, which then becomes 25.61 centimetres. Quite a tricky question, and one in which caused quite a lot of problems in the paper. So if we take a look at question 19, it's giving us a hot air balloon's trajectory, saying that the diagram below, K, M and B, represents positions of Katie, Mona and the balloon respectively. So Katie being here, Mona being here, and the hot air balloon being up here. and it's given us two angles and a side. Now it's saying calculate the height of the hot air balloon. Now, if we draw a line as straight as I possibly can from the balloon all the way down to the bottom, that is the height we are trying to find. Now, in doing so, what we have done is created two right-angled triangles. And either one is acceptable to use. So we're going to use trig in order to solve this. So it's either going to be the sine rule or the cosine rule. Now, it is worth 5 marks, so there is going to be a fair amount of work involved. So if we draw the triangle again, as best we can, this was 52 degrees, this was 34, and this was 350. Now we can find this angle in here, because if we do 52 plus 34, take that away from 180, that will give us an angle here of 94. Now we can either find this side or that side, and no preference at all, I'm just going to find this side here. So I'm going to use the sine rule in order to find this side here, because we have a side directly opposite a known angle and a known angle directly opposite a side we are trying to find. So if we write the sine rule, we will have b over sine b is equal to k over sine capital K, because kt is here, m's here, and b is here. Lowercase denotes lengths, uppercase denotes angles. So we have small b, which is 350, so we'll sub that in, so we get 350 divided by sine capital B, which in this case capital B is 94, equals, now small k is what we're trying to find, divided by sine divided by sine 52. So if we plug all these numbers into the calculator, we will get a value of k to be 276.47 for this side here. Okay, so now if we go over the page, we'll draw the triangle once more. However, this time we will add in the value that we have, so 276.67. This was 94, 52, 34, and 350. Now, what we are ultimately trying to find is this size here. Now, because I've got information about this side, I'm going to isolate this triangle here, which will then allow me to work out this side here. Now, on first inspection, we would assume we could use Pythagoras because we have a right angle triangle. However, that is not the case because we don't know the exact length of this part down here. All we know is that from there to there is 350. We don't know how it's split. So if I draw the triangle, again, only the half, this is ultimately what we're trying to find. We know this is 276.67. We don't know this entire length. However, what we do know is this is 90 and this is 34. And once again, we have a side across from a known angle, a side we want to know across from a known angle, which means we have to use the sine rule again. So we're going to get x over sine 34 will be equal to 276.67 divided by sine, in this case sine 90, and if we rearrange we will get x is equal to 154.6 meters. And that is the height of the balloon here. So in there, that has a height of 154.6 meters. Thanks for watching. Hopefully these tutorials were helpful in solving the 2019 calculator paper. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you in the next video.